Hi everyone, I'm Kevin Nelson for Catholic Newsbreak. Here's what's happening this week in the news. We begin with news from the Vatican. Archbishop Gerhard Mueller, the senior Vatican official with authority for investigating priests accused of sexual abuse, said that in such cases, the most important concern is for the victims. Archbishop Mueller is the prefect of the Congregation of the Doctrine of the Faith. In an interview with the German service of Vatican Radio, he spoke about the congregation and its work, saying it also has an obligation to ensure that the process of justice does not become a lynching. The German archbishop, who was appointed to his office in July, said he believes he was given the job because he is a theologian, and as a theologian, he will try to understand what is ailing the church today. He said the church must overcome divisions based on a strong common faith in Christ. The Archbishop said unity is a gift given to us, and Catholics believe in the one church united in Christ. He said if you truly believe in Christ and don't subscribe to the idea of personal ideology, but rather entrusting yourself to Christ, then the unity of the church is also important. In news now from around the country, Bishop John Wester of Salt Lake City recently spoke to more than 1,000 students at the Orem Institute of Religion at Utah Valley University about the Catholic faith. He was invited to speak by the university's LDS Student Association Interfaith Committee, which was formed this year. Spencer Bennett, co-chairman of the committee, said its purpose is to form bridges between religions. Bishop Wester opened his remarks by saying that the gathering of students and dignitaries of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints are wonderful signs of their ongoing collaboration and friendship and mutual desire to stand shoulder to shoulder as they give witness to Jesus Christ as his disciples. The bishop outlined several key aspects of the Catholic faith and then touched on some differences between the Catholic and Mormon faiths and ended with a summary of similarities between the two. Bishop Wester touched on the Eucharist, saints, and the Trinity, which is the foundational difference between Catholicism and Mormonism. However, he said despite these differences, there are areas where the two churches share common ground: belief in the Lordship of Jesus Christ, adherence to the Ten Commandments and the Beatitudes, a call to social justice and love for the poor, respect for human life and the dignity of every person made in God's image, and the importance of family life and Christian marriage. In news from the Vatican, Pope Benedict XVI held his weekly general audience, during which he spoke about his weekend trip to Lebanon. Rome Reports is at the Paul VI Audience Hall for more on the audience.
Benedict XVI returned to Rome from his summer residence in Castel Gandolfo to preside over the general audience in the Vatican's Paul VI Audience Hall. In his catechesis, the Pope recalled his recent trip to Lebanon, which took place between the 14th and 16th of September.
I was able to speak from the heart, to stand before the sufferings and the dramatic events in the Middle East, and to express my prayerful encouragement for the legitimate aspirations for peace there.
Benedict also noted the peaceful coexistence of Christians and Muslims in Lebanon. He said that they could be an example of interreligious relations for the entire Middle East.
I wish also to express my gratitude to the Muslim community, whose leaders welcomed me warmly, and whom I proposed a message of dialogue and of collaboration.
The Pope then asked for prayers that his trip to Lebanon would help bring peace and calmness to the region.
More news now from the Vatican. Pope Benedict XVI sent a telegram to Chief Rabbi Riccardo di Signy of Rome to mark the Jewish High Holy Days. In it, he expressed hope that Christians and Jews would bear witness to the whole world of the values that stem from adoring one God. In the telegram, which was released to reporters by the Vatican September 20th, the Pope offered his heartfelt best wishes for Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, and Sukkot. On Rosh Hashanah, September 16th, Jews marked the beginning of the Jewish year 5773. Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement, is celebrated 10 days later. The days in between are called the Days of Awe and are when Jews face up to their mistakes, make amends, resolve to live better in the coming year, and ask forgiveness from others and God. Sukkot, which begins this year at sundown, September 30th, is the Jewish celebration of the harvest. And finally in the news, Pope Benedict XVI met September 20th with 95 new bishops attending a seminar in Rome. During the meeting, he told the new bishops that they must be courageous in proclaiming the gospel, encouraging others to grow in faith, and working to ensure the unity of the church based on adherence to its teaching. Pope Benedict told them that as members of the College of Bishops, they must have a special concern for the universal church by promoting and defending the unity of the faith. He said that by beginning their ministry as bishops close to the 50th anniversary of the Second Vatican Council and the opening of the Year of Faith October 11th, the new bishops must focus on being teachers and heralds of the gospel and of the Catholic faith. The new bishops were attending a course sponsored by the Congregation for Bishops and the Congregation for Eastern Churches. The group included 17 bishops from the United States and 8 from Canada. Well, that is all the information we have for you this time. Please stay with Catholic TV for more Catholic news. Until then, I'm Kevin Nelson, and I'll see you next time on Catholic Newsbreak.